Christian was our fourth child. He was like a creative, quiet guy, loved skiing, loved outdoors, loved fishing. He was really committed to his football team, loved it, and he loved his family, and he really did, and all his friends always say that. Like, he loved being here with us. And when he went on to Temple, it definitely wasn't my first choice for him, but it was his first choice, and he was so happy there. He was a landscape architecture student, he was a junior, and he loved his major. I've never even heard of a child loving their major as much as he did. He went back to school on a Sunday night, and he comes over to me and he just like gave me a peck on the cheek, and I'm like, "Bud, get back here." "What, I only get one arm?" "I want two." And he's like, "Love you, Mom." And that was it. And that was the last time. That was the last time I ever saw him alive and talking. I didn't hear from him that week, and I texted him, and I'm like, "How's school going?" And he was like, something like, "Fine." And up until that time, there had been no indication, really, that his life was any different than any other kid. My husband and I were just home alone. I was cleaning upstairs in the bedroom, still in my pajamas, and the phone rang, and the next thing I know, the door opened to the bedroom, and my husband walked in, and he looked at me and he said, "Bob called." Bob is our friend who happens to be the head of one of the emergency trauma units in one of the hospitals in Philadelphia. Bob called and said, "Get to the hospital. It's Christian. It's bad." All of my blood, like everything, just drained out of me. And I knew right then that Christian was dead. I don't know if I fell to my knees, and then I was just like, forget that. Get to work. Start praying. Pat and I practically did not say a word. It's a horrible thing being a parent with this horrible emergency that you don't know anything. We get to the hospital, and the nurses came and said, "You can see him." I'm like, nonchalantly, and I'm like, "What?" And I go, "Is he alive?" "Oh, yeah." And then when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, because after doing CPR and everything that they do, trying to bring him back, it looked like he had been in a fight, all bloated from the IVs and everything, and he did not look like our son. And we find out he was alone, and he started drinking. And apparently Christian used to do that occasionally. And I say that occasionally because it appears that he was a huge binge drinker, and we had no idea. He never drank here in our presence ever. We never served him. He was underage, I want to say that. A couple friends found him at a party and basically drug him back to his apartment, vomiting, stumbling, mumbling, showing every sign of alcohol poisoning. But who knew what the signs of alcohol poisoning were? Certainly not I. So his friends took care of them like they thought they should. And Christian made it through the night. And the friends went into the kitchen, probably say, "Hey, do you want some eggs or a bagel?" And he was blue. So they got him to the hospital, and then I found out that his blood alcohol content was over a 0.4 something or other. He was supposed to die Monday night at 1:30 in the morning. The doctor came in and said, "There's nothing else we can do." And I'm like, "You mean he's gonna die?" Like, words cannot describe the incomprehensibility, if that's even a word, of like what this is all like. We were given the opportunity to take him off of life support, and God blessed us by letting him leave quickly. I have the sheet that I used to wrap myself in that I was touching him. It's by my pillow, has not left my bed in 2 years, 9 months, and I think 3 days.